welcome back to another vlog. I hope you're okay. Today is Sunday and we've got a really busy next couple of days. It's a bank holiday weekend, so this is what we're planning to do today. We have friends coming round. We've got 13 people in total coming round tomorrow that I'm cooking a big lovely roast for. We love to have like these little get-togethers, and it's going to be really nice to host in the kitchen. It's a shame really, because the painting and decorating is starting on Tuesday. That'll be finished by Wednesday, but it is what it is. It should be lovely to have my friends round, have a lovely time together, catch up, chat.
Hopefully the weather stays alright.
I'm hoping the weather stays nice, because
so we can go in the garden.
Yeah, definitely, because it says rain, but it's kind of raining on and off, if that makes sense. But when the sun comes out, it's lovely. So there's four couples, and I've known one set of, I've known Lacey probably the longest. I've known her for probably 14 years now. And I met the other girls via my old network marketing business, and we all just clicked. And honestly, there's something about, I don't know, it's really weird, because I never thought I would develop such strong friendships like later on in life. So if you feel like you haven't met your people yet, your people, just wait. It's lovely. And also our husbands all get on as well, so it's really lovely. We all meet up and we have a really nice time together. The kids we've got kids that are different in ages, haven't we? So we've got like some babies. Obviously Theo is 7. There's a few teenagers, there's a few older teenagers. We've got blended families, the lot, but yeah, it works really well, and I'm really looking forward to it. So in preparation of that, we've got a few things that we need to actually get done. So like I said, the painting and decorating is actually starting, thank God. So really, all we've got left is painting and decorating, Tuesday, Wednesday. A couple more electrics to be done, like that spotlight there, can't get my finger to point, that spotlight there. That's doing Tuesday. Oh, and another light to be replaced in the downstairs bathroom. I've got a blind, I've ordered the blinds, so I'm not sure how long they take to come. Oh, I've got something else I need to show you that I wasn't that happy about actually. So let me just pan across here. So let me come over, look on the floor. I'm going to show you. So can you see that line? So basically this back splash here had to be done in 2 parts, and as you can see, that join is really noticeable, and me and Luke have been like, oh, should we just leave it? Can we live with it? And the answer is no, we can't live with it. So we had the fitter back in, and he said obviously with the heat it's causing like the adhesive to crumble, and we might find that even if he does kind of like neaten it up, that will happen again. So we're like, well, don't.
Let's just clarify though. When we first done it, it was seamless.
When it first happened, it was seamless. You could barely see that seam, but over time, and over a very short period of time, you can now see it. So what we've done is, we've decided we're just going to literally cover that square area, and only that little area. So basically, let me come over here, squeeze by. So this bit here, just this bit here above the hob. And what we've decided to do is we've decided to go in with a piece of toughened glass. Have you seen those mirrored glass splashbacks that you can get? That's what we're going to use, a mirrored glass splashback. Originally I thought antique mirror, and then we had someone round to quote up for us, like a local business, and then he pulled out a sheet of like bronze mirrored glass, and the bronze works really well. So this is why it pays to shop around, because from a local company we were quoted...
Lovely geezer, don't get me wrong.
Really nice. But it was going to be, depending on what we decided to go with, anywhere from like £500 to £600.
500 to 800.
Oh, £500 to £800, sorry. And then I shopped around online once we realised what we liked, and we actually ordered the exact same thing with the 6mm thick, beveled edges, toughened glass. Exactly the same basically, from an online company. I'm pretty sure it's run by like a husband and wife team, who I spoke to them, and they were absolutely lovely, really helped me like work out the sizes, etc. And we ordered the same thing for £230. So she did say it would take anywhere from sort of 2 to 3 weeks to come, but she did say if I write pretty please can we have it ASAP in the note section on the delivery, they might see what they can do. So Let's see what happens when that arrives. To be fair, Luke can fit that himself, so that's not an issue. We haven't got to get any fitters back in order to do that. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be a very busy one. So, I'm going to make a coffee.
I'm cleaning the floor.
Luke's cleaning the floor. I've caught up the washing machine to put some washing away. We've had our that need to be put away. Well, we also need to decide, let me show you, decide on the paint. So actually, I'm not going with either of these paints. So we're going to go, no, sorry, I haven't actually told Luke. So I'm looking at a very light, subtle greige, between a grey and a beige. Like very subtle. This is too cool, this is too warm, both too bold. We want something very, very subtle. Go to B&Q to get some more supplies. Luke needs to get a couple of beading bits. Okay, I'll go Johnson's then. Get a couple of bits and pieces, some beading, etc. just to finish some bits off that need to be done in the house before the decorator comes in. And then I need to pop to the supermarket to get our joints for tomorrow. I'm thinking of doing, because I only have a single oven, so I need to make this work. So I'm thinking of doing a beef slow cooked in the slow cooker, and then a roast chicken. My friend Mel's very kindly going to do what is she doing actually? I'm pretty sure she's doing the Yorkshires, and I'm sure she might be doing a dessert. I need to double check. I'm thinking of making just my simple apple crumble, which has got a hint of like mint. I mix in a bit of mincemeat and it tastes delicious. Loads of custard, and yeah, just make sure we've got everything planned and prepped. Preparation is key, I feel like. I'm pretty sure at Christmas I pre-prepped an extra bag of carrots and parsnips, so I'm going to look in the freezer. If they're there, happy days. I've definitely got a mac and cheese bake in there, so I'm going to do another mac and cheese tonight, so that's pre-prepped ahead of tomorrow. And yeah, that's it. Oh, also yesterday me and Luke went to the cinema to go and see the new Michael Jackson movie. Even if you're not a Michael Jackson fan, highly recommend it. It was an amazing film. I definitely left wanting more, and after speaking to a couple of people, they said that I feel like the part 2 is coming in 2027, and then possibly I talked about part 3, but let me know in the comments, are you a Michael Jackson fan? Have you seen the film? I was glued. It was a 2-hour film.
Yeah, it was a great film.
Sometimes I can feel myself getting a little bit restless, because you know we've all got the attention span of a, I don't know, like what?
Fish.
A fish, that's it, the attention span of a fish these days. But I was glued to it. It really kept me hooked, and I really enjoyed it. It was bloody brilliant, even if I do say so myself. Highly recommend you watch it. So yeah, I'm gonna make a coffee, crack on. Busy day, busy Sunday. So we don't want a grey, we don't want beige, we want something ideally in between. So strong white, this is Farrow & Ball, strong white could be an option. But then we also said skimming stone, I don't know if that's more beigey toned actually. I really like James White, but that's not in stock. Strong white, but then we found this lick paint. And they actually have something called Greg, which is actually the colour that I was looking for. It's a Greg, so it's obviously in between, which could be a front runner. There was a Dulux colour I wanted to have a look at as well. Because this is where we picked Cancun from, wasn't it, Luke? Up here, Cancun. I picked from up here. But if we go along to the coloured emulsion, Hamptons is quite nice actually. Hamptons or maybe Whistler. I think Hamptons is quite nice. I think we are going to go with this grey colour and get it mixed up, because obviously when you look at the dark of our, when you look at the dark walnut, which is basically what colour our back walls are, hold that there, and I know it's not the same colour as Limerick, like the sage green. It's quite similar, and actually those colours look quite nice together. So I think this is it.
Yeah.
It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's not too grey, it's not too beige. And we decided, babe, this is what I need in with me, because otherwise I'll be all day trying to pick a colour that are very, very similar. So we need to get some dust sheets, we need to get some moulding. Dust sheets.
Floor. No, they're floor.
Oh, okay.
We need him to go over the cabinet. He said they come in a roll.
Okay. Oh! So Theo and Luke didn't fancy a trip to Morrison, so they're waiting in the car. I'm going to go in and just pick up the bits and pieces for Sunday. I need a roast chicken, I need roast beef joint, and then I need bits and pieces like potatoes, veg, etc. Right, okay, so I'm back now, and as you can see, here is everything. Obviously, I'm not going to attempt to cook for like 13 people all in one go, so I'm going to start prepping now. So hopefully, this is what I did for Christmas dinner. I prepped in advance, although to be fair, I did it a few weeks leading up to Christmas Day, but obviously, the big day's tomorrow. So first of all, I'm going to prep my, sorry, my son's literally just jumping off the trampoline. First of all, I'm going to boil the water, and I'm going to prep my potatoes, parboil them, coat them in oil, and then literally, if you put them, I don't need to put them in the freezer to be fair, I can store them in the fridge, and then tomorrow all I've got to do is put them in the oven. So that's what I'm going to do first, and that is basically the kind of the theme for everything. So I can pre-prep my stuffing balls, I can pre-prep the cauliflower cheese, I can pre-prep the mac and cheese, I can pre-prep the parsnips and carrots. I actually done a bag of parsnips and carrots, but there's not enough, so I'm going to have to make some more. And then, yeah, that should make my life a hell of a lot easier come tomorrow. Oh, I'm also going to pre-prep the dessert. So my friend's going to bring the homemade Yorkshires, and she's also going to bring a lovely meringue that she does. I'm also going to make, because we love a dessert, I'm also going to make a lovely apple and berry crumble. So I'm going to pre-prep that, and then all I've got to do is put it in the oven. Job done. Right, okay, so I've got all of the potatoes on the go. It's a hell of a lot of potatoes, but there's nothing worse than wanting, I mean, I love roast potatoes, they're one of my favourite parts of a roast dinner, and there's nothing worse than having to scrimp on the potatoes because you don't want to take them all and look greedy and not leave enough left for everybody else. So I wanted to be on the safe side. I'm going to give these a parboil, not make them too soggy because I don't want them falling apart, and then get them all drained, and then I can coat them in the oil, coat them in the seasonings, and then I do think I'm actually going to freeze these and then get them out in the morning because I don't have a big fridge. I've literally got an integrated single fridge. I was actually saying to Luke, this is one thing that if I had the space, I'd get a massive fridge because we use a lot of fresh food and there's never enough room in the fridge. So I will get these in the freezer, bring them out in the morning, and then they can go in the oven to cook. Right, so I've drained my potatoes, then I don't know what you're giggling away for, then I've spritzed them with some olive oil, this sprayer, olive oil spray, obviously dark glass bottle which we want our olive oil to be in, and then salt, pepper, garlic, rosemary. I've let this cool down and then I'm going to literally cover them in foil, get them in the freezer, and then I've just got to put them in the oven, job done in the morning. Like I said, this is exactly the prep that I do in the lead up to Christmas to make Christmas Day a lot easier, so I'm not spending the whole day in the kitchen and I can actually socialise with my friends and family. Okay, so the next job is to make up the stuffing. I am absolutely obsessed with stuffing. It's one of my favourite parts of a roast dinner. Oh, that's it. Yeah, stuffing. We have stuffing with every single roast dinner, regardless of what meat we're having. Yeah, got to have stuffing. Does anyone else do that? Add a knob of butter in their stuffing? I don't know why.
It never says to do that, but it's something I've always done. Let me know in the comments, what is your favourite part of a roast dinner? What is the one thing that you couldn't have without? Thing is though, there's so many elements of a roast dinner that I absolutely love. And actually, to be fair, I feel like a roast is probably one of my favourite ever meals. It's just, it has everything. Like, I don't know, what comes first, stuffing or potatoes? It probably is the potatoes for me. Potatoes, then the stuffing. To be fair, for me, the meat isn't the star. Is that sacrilegious to say? The meat isn't the star. I feel like, yeah, the roasties. I love stuffing. Oh, a nice cauliflower cheese. Oh, I just don't know if I could choose, but definitely potatoes and stuffing is high up there. Right, so I've just lightly boiled some carrots and some parsnips. Put some salt and pepper on, drizzled them with a little bit of honey and olive oil, and then they're ready literally to go in the oven tomorrow. I've also washed, peeled and roasted cauliflower. Now the thing with cauliflower cheese is a lot of people boil it and it just goes soggy, it's not very nice. So I've roasted the cauliflower, I've just got to make the cheese sauce. I've also boiled up some and cooked through some macaroni, which I'm letting cool down for a minute. And obviously the cheese sauce will go to make a macaroni cheese. We like to have mac and cheese with our roast dinners. I think it's like a Caribbean thing. Although I'm not from the Caribbean, I'm from the West Indies. But yeah, it's something that we've always kind of done. So I'm letting that steam off for a little bit. And I'm going to make a start with making the cheese sauce. I'm a little bit tired now, but I know if I get this done tonight, it is going to mean that tomorrow is going to be so much easier, because all I've got to do is literally put things in the oven and make it all come together. So yeah, I'm just going to start by making a cheese sauce. Cheese sauces are so easy to make. Like, don't ever waste your time buying those packet stuff. You literally just mix in some flour or some butter to make a roux, whisk in some milk, and that's it, job done. I'm umming and ahhing about doing the dessert tonight. Might do it tomorrow. I don't know. It depends how I feel, because like I said, I'm knackered and I do want to have a little sit down, a little bit of a chill. But if I sit down now, I'm not going to get back up. It has been a really busy day. So yeah, let me get cracking and let's get this cheese sauce together. Right, okay, so we have a cauliflower cheese, a big mac and cheese, and then obviously our honey roast, carrot and parsnips. Now I'm doing a lazy, got to get my words out now. Sorry, Luke's music was putting me right off. A lazy crumble. So this basically is where you do not peel the apple. So we've got a ton of apples here. These are the Ocado wonky organic apples. They're a great bargain. If you buy 2 bags, you get a discount. So they've been washed. Luke is kindly chopping and peeling them. And we're just going to chop peel enough to go in here. We're going to top with some berries. Put some coconut sugar over to help them go caramelise. Get that in the oven, top with the crumble, and then it can go and finish cooking in the oven in the morning. Job done, nice and quick and easy. And this is the last job. Give the kitchen a bit of a clean, and then we're done until tomorrow. Right, so I've coated the apples with some mixed berries. There is a little secret ingredient in here. I wonder if you can guess what it is. I've done this a couple of times. Actually, I've done it at Christmas to make it like a Christmas crumble. And everyone loved it so much that I've made it ever since now. But it's just basically an every time crumble. Let me show you what the magic ingredient is. Give it a try, honestly. It is so good. So the magic ingredient is... mincemeat. Literally just a couple of, well, obviously for one that size, I've done probably about 1.5 tablespoons distributed over the top. But like a regular one, a tablespoon would be enough. Just mix it, and honestly, it gives the most amazing flavour. I've also added cranberry sauce before, and it's come out equally well. So now what I do is I just put it in the oven just to soften everything down. And then I'm going to start making my crumble topping. I also like to throw in some oats as well on the top because it gives a nice little crunchy finish. And I just can't, yeah, like I said, I couldn't bother to sit there peeling, chopping apples, sauteing them down in the saucepan. So this is why, hence the lazy crumble idea. So just put it in the oven, probably about 15 minutes, just to soften everything down, and then I'll top it with my crumble mixture. Right, the crumble is finished. That is the last of the cooking for tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm bloody knackered. So I'm gonna sit down, chill out, have a nice early night, and then up early tomorrow, and I will show you how we get on. I hope you have a nice evening. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Good morning. So it is Sunday. I set my alarm for 7 o'clock. I literally could have slept in today. I was that tired, and normally I wake up naturally, but anyway, alarm's off. I'm downstairs. I have so far, I've taken the potatoes, the parsnips and carrots out the freezer so they can start to defrost a little bit, just speed up the cooking time. And then let me take you over to here to show you what I've done. So in my slow cooker, I've just chopped up some 2 carrots, an onion, and I've coated them in some corn flour, 3 tablespoons to be exact. And now I'm over here, I've seasoned my beef in some olive oil and a generous amount of salt and pepper. And now I'm basically going to sear it off all round each side for a couple of minutes each side, so it's nice and golden brown. Then I'm going to pop it in my slow cooker, and then I'm going to add some beef stock and some red wine, and then I'm just going to cook that on low for a good 5 hours. So if my timings are correct, by the time that's done, that should bring us to 1 o'clock. I'm aiming to serve for 1 o'clock. So I'm thinking 1 o'clock, that'll be ready. We'll take it out, it can rest. I might even for the last hour turn it up to high so it's ready for 4 hours. And then it's got plenty of time to rest, plenty of time to get carving. So yeah, that's part of my plan of action. Once this is in the slow cooker, I can go and have a shower, get ready, come down, the rest of the cooking, make a coffee. Honestly, I really feel like I'm prepping for Christmas Day. I don't think have I ever cooked this amount of people? No, I have. So New Year, I remember one day after Christmas in the New Year, I had everyone round for dinner then. But I think I just done I'd done a beef brisket, so it's slow cooked. I'd done that with rice. It was just very simple. Yeah. I feel like with roasted there's a lot more components going on. Oh, good boy, Theo. Theo is starting to come downstairs because he wakes up so early. He wakes up at like 6. He comes down and he makes his own breakfast, which is brilliant. So yeah, I'm going to get cracking, and then I'll show you what I'm up to a little bit later in the day. Right, okay, that's all browned off now, and I'm going to put that on. I've changed my mind. I'm going to do it for high power for 3 hours, and hopefully that should be enough cooking time. So I've just quickly had a shower, and I am going to put the chicken in now. So I've got a whole chicken. I've roughly put in some chopped carrots. I'm quickly, thing is with roast dinners, I don't know what it is, but do you find the time literally just creeps up on you out of nowhere? So I've actually, and I find it easy, if I write down the timings, and that way I can make sure I'm on schedule. If I'm not sure of anything, I can double check my timings, and it is just so much easier. So whenever I'm doing like a big meal, I'll always write down the timings just so I don't forget anything. I'm quickly just peeling. So this is how I do this is my foul-proof chicken, and it's the same way that I make my chicken always. I do this most Sundays when we're having a Sunday dinner, and it always comes out absolutely delicious. So just roughly, literally, you haven't got to be fancy with this. Just bung them in. I haven't got any garlic cloves though. Oopsie. So we're just gonna have to cheat. So let me just move this so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. I'm roughly going to sprinkle on some salt, like literally just do it. You haven't got to be fancy. Lots of salt. Do not be afraid of seasoning or salt. I'm going to quickly run and get out some pepper, some garlic granules
oils. What else do I want? I want some oregano. Where's my oregano? Probably in here actually. Thyme. Some olive oil. Olive oil, oregano, garlic, pepper, thyme, and I'm just throwing this over, like, because like I said, I'm in a hurry. Don't worry about being fancy. It comes out delicious. Lots of garlic. This is the brand Tropical Sun. Love this brand. And you're getting big pots as well. Pepper. Oregano. And then pull that over there. That's it. Eel. And then I'm literally going to glug the olive oil all over, all over, all over. There we go. And then let's loop board this kettle. One more thing that I like to do is get a chicken stock cube, and then I'm just going to, as you can see I'm boiling the kettle, excuse the noise, I'm going to crumble that in the base, like so, like so, like so. I almost forgot my paprika. I'm just going with some paprika on the top. There we go. That'll be enough. That will be enough. And literally, just pour a little bit in the base, and this really helps with what we're going to do next. Literally, I've just put in probably about no more than 100 ml of water in there. Now this is the crucial part, okay? Get your tin foil, and you're going to wrap this really tightly, squeezing it underneath to create a tight seal. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. A tight seal. And this is going to help to steam cook the chicken and make it really lovely and tender. Like really squeeze that under. Tight film, tight film. And we're going to put it in for the majority of the cooking time, and then the last 20 minutes you remove the foil, and then the skin will be lovely and crispy afterwards. So I'm literally going to get this in now, and then I think probably the mac and cheese next. I've just taken the beef out. Oh, it looks so good. I've got the seal of approval from Luke.
Oh, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So I'm gonna wrap it all up now in foil and just let it rest so it's ready to carve. Can you? So it's ready to rest and then carve when we're ready to serve. Okay, it's all ready to go.
Right, kids.
There we go.
Either Greg's or McDonald's or Costco.
Don't taste that good.
Wasn't as good as that.
Oh, that one was like got her head to next. That's fine. Say hello.
Kissy.
Oh, look at the way you kiss Debbie. Right, I am going to finish the vlog there. We've had a lovely day. I'm knackered. Honestly, I didn't have time for breakfast. I made a shake. But I've ate so much food, and we've all ate so much food that I'm done now. Done for the day. I've actually got quite a lot. Look, you see over there.
I've got quite a lot left over. Don't really know what I want to do with that. I mean, there's quite a lot of mac and cheese, which will do with the kids. They probably have that for their lunch tomorrow at school. But yeah, we're just having a quick tidy. I know, darling. Have a quick tidy, and then he's been a really good boy today. Actually, very good boy.
And it spins around.
I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope you have a lovely Sunday. Wishing you the best week ahead. And I'll see you again this time next week. Bye.